Hi everybody and welcome to our geography lesson today. What we're going to be having a look at today is producing a sketch map from your house of your favourite walk or bike ride, and you're going to be popping on there some roads and parks and maybe school if you live near school, and you're just going to be trying to create a little map of your local area. And it may be where you walk around or cycle around, but somewhere that's meant a lot to you over the pandemic, because obviously you've been spending a lot of time at home. So we're actually going to watch shortly Mrs. Elliott producing a sketch map. She did a fantastic one. So we're going to be watching her do it to help us out and to inspire us. Okay, so now you're going to be watching Mrs. Elliott producing a fantastic map of her favourite walk in her local area that is going to inspire us to do something similar.
Okay everybody, so I'm going to have a little go at a sketch map and share with you one of my favourite local walks or bike rides. It just takes a bit longer if we're walking. And so I've done a sketch in pencil to start me off, and I quite enjoyed doing it. It doesn't have to be too accurate, and actually I haven't put everything on it. It's not finished yet, but I'm not going to put on all the houses, for instance. I put on my house and I've put on some other houses on my street, and the roundabout down here, I've put that on as well. We can actually get to my walk a couple of different ways, but I'm going to go this way. There's loads of houses over here. I'm not going to draw them all, but it doesn't have to be too accurate when it's a sketch map, just to tell the story of my favourite walk. So here's from my house, and we're going to go down here, and this actually isn't a road. This is a lane, and it's called Pickpocket Lane actually. So I will need to label that at some point, and perhaps not quite at the labelling stage yet because I haven't coloured, but while I'm talking about it, this is Pickpockets Lane, and we go down here, and there are loads and loads of beautiful bushes all the way down here, and trees as well, which I'll need to add onto my sketch map. You do pass by this farmer's field, which is great to see what the farmer's growing all the time. So again, I'll need to put in the crops. I think sometimes it's cabbages, all sorts of different things. And then what we do is we pass on this side. There is a football pitch, which is just for anybody who lives near me to go and play on. Football pitch. And then what we do is we go through here into a country park. So this is the country park, and there are quite a few different paths around the park. And what it actually is a great big hill. Okay, so this used to be the mine near where I used to live, and I know there's all mines near Wakefield as well, but now it's a country park. And what you can do is a big hill, and you can go up one of these paths to the very top, and I've just put some little lines around here, which I'm not sure if you know about contour lines yet on maps, but that's something we'll learn about, and that shows that this is a hill. Right on the top here is a maze. It's not like a very big maze, but it's just quite a nice place to go and stand. And also when you stand here, you can have a fantastic view, and you can see right over to Leeds, the city of Leeds, because it's really high up. So you can walk around the country park, and I'll need to label that, and then you can walk all the way at the other side down to this, and this is the canal, and we can walk along the canal along the towpath here by the side of the canal. Now the special things here and here are locks, which sometimes are open and sometimes are closed to let the canal boats go through. So I've drawn the locks here are open and the ones here are closed. So it's a really lovely walk along here, and we usually see, especially this time of year, lots of ducks and ducklings. I might draw a duck later when you're not watching. Oh God, I'll have a go now. And it doesn't matter that it's not to scale. Oh, that is rubbish. But it doesn't matter. It looks like a giant duck now. It doesn't matter that it's not to scale on a sketch map. Obviously that's far too big for an actual duck. I'd need ducklings, won't I, as well? They're tiny. Trying to do them, but they're so tiny. Anyway, so then when we get down to the second set of locks, then we can come back up a path and along the road. And there's lots and lots and lots of houses again, but I just thought I'd put this shop in so far because we can sometimes in the past we've stopped for an ice cream if we've been quite warm at the shop before we go home. So that's my sketch map of my favourite walk near my house, along Pickpockets Lane, through the country park, along the canal and back home again. So I'd really like to see about your country park. We said start off by sketching it and then colouring it in, and I'd say coloured pencils are great. I'm lucky enough that I've got some different pastels at home. I haven't got any paint, but I've got some pastels, so I can definitely use this green colour and do some nice smudges of my pastels. In fact, I might go around that way because my contours on my hill will be that way round. To colour in my country park. Okay, with those pastels later on I can give those a nice smudge to fill those in properly. There you go. And my paths I could do a different colour. I already like this, and it's just making me remember my nice walk that I do. Absolutely. So it's like a mud path, which you've got to make sure it's not been raining too much or you need your wellies on. There we go. There's a little bridge there, by the way, which I remembered. So I would use different colours for different areas on my map. I think blue for the canal, and everybody can see it. And there is another area of water over here as well. This is a lake where there's lots of birds like to nest. So I'm not going to take up loads of your time working on this, but hopefully I can show you what you need to be getting on with, and be as careful as you can and make a really lovely job of it. Maybe I'm going to do some trees in a different green round here, and so on. So we did mention that we could outline with a marker at the end. So once it's all done, you could use a pen just again to outline around, for instance, the paths and the canal and so on, just to make them stand out. You don't have to, but that's something that you could do. I wouldn't do every single little thing, but maybe the main one so that it stands out. And yeah, really looking forward to seeing your sketch maps. Hope you enjoy doing them, and I'd love to hear about your favourite walk and bike ride and some memories that you have of doing it too. So thank you, Year 4. Hope you enjoy.
So we can see on Mrs. Elliott's map here that she's got the compass in the corner. So it'd be fantastic if you could add a compass to your map. Even if you could add an 8-point compass or a 16-point compass, that would be absolutely wonderful. We can see where she has labelled key parts of the local area, such as the field, country park, canal, path and lake. And as yet there aren't any Ordnance Survey symbols. So if you would like to, it would be lovely if you know, for example, where there is any parking in your local area, you could add the symbol for parking. Where there is any nature reserves, you could add that. Schools, you could just add the abbreviation for if you've drawn a school. And It'd be lovely to see you add in some Ordnance Survey symbols to your map if there is anything on that key from last week that you know there is in your local area.